Cornerstone FX. Let's do our market analysis for this week. Again, we're going to look at US 30 and Euro USD. Starting here with US 30. As you can see, we are predominantly still in an upward moving market. However, we have to take into account that price has reached an area that hasn't broken beyond in a long period of time. So we have one touch over here, a second one over here, and this is on a daily time frame. So this is a lot of information and very important information. It's not like it could break easily above. And then after it touched here the third time, you can see it has for the day a very strong bearish movement. So we have to obviously take that into high regard. Dropping down here to our 4-hour time frame. Let me remove these. You can see that even here on our 4-hour time frame, we were in an upward moving market. Price broke this trend line going down. So this confirms, or rather it's another added confluence that price is moving down. On my 4-hour time frame, I'll draw more points of interest here for clarity's sake. We have another point of interest here that we can see price broke below. So it's very simply what I'm waiting for is for price to go back to retest this key area, potentially come all the way here. But how I will enter this position is to look at after the retest here on a lower time frame. I'll look to go in and not be too greedy. I'll enter a position like this 1, 2, 3. But even with that, it would be better for me to get an entry around here. Then I can move my take profit to here. And the reason I'd want to do that is because we do have another area of interest where price could reverse off of. See, if price was going to continue going up, what I would have wanted to see is like it came down here, retest this key area and then continue pushing up. But instead of retesting and pushing up, it broke below. So the momentum to the downside is quite high, which is why I just want to see a retest in this area and then a continuation. So my first take profit would be here. If I want to enter a couple of positions, my next one would be here in line with this higher time frame upward move. Like I said, I usually look for my entries on the hour time frame and the 15-minute. So even if on the hour I get that anticipated retest, I will look for an entry around these areas over here moving down. Alright guys, so that is my analysis on US 30. Pretty straightforward. So let's keep an eye on that one. The other pair that we're going to look at is Euro USD. We had a good week last week with Euro USD. And like I said, we were moving down. As you can see, we are still moving down. Price did come into this area. Remember, last week we took an entry in and around these areas over here, hoping to capitalize it into these areas here. Like I said, we caught, I think, a 2.5 reward on that trade last week. What I am seeing now is price beginning to break below this support area on the daily time frame. But until this daily candle can close bullish beneath this area, I'll be very wary to enter. But let's see what the 4-hour time frame tells us. Like I said, if you can remember, if you don't remember, just go back to last week's video. I do anticipate that we will see price come down to this area over here. That's my long-term anticipation for Euro USD. Okay, so what am I seeing here on Euro USD? Two things. Let me grab this too. Like I said, price came back up here for a retest. It pushed down, it made a new lower low. then a retest of this area. Let me just make it clear. A retest of this area, so it broke through, came back, made a retest. You can also look at this as a double top over here. 1 and 2. After this one, we had a very strong push to the downside. Remember, this is the 4 hour. Let me just space it out so it can be a bit clearer. Remember, this is a 4 hour. So even an entry here, chances are I would have taken this entry. I'm just a bit skeptical because it is in a key area, so we could see price go up. And I'm not really liking the rejection that we are seeing here on the 4 hour. This rejection over here, because then you can also look at this as a double bottom. So there are certain stuff to take into consideration, but I'm saying for now, sells are still what we're looking for because the overall trend of the market is down even here on this 4 hour time frame. What we will look for, just to confirm, is a close. This candle here, if this candle closes below, then we can look to enter. If you are in a hurry to enter this position, I'd say go in with a pending order below this wick over here, because as you can see, where's this 2 here? As you can see, these wicks are somewhat in line. So I'd say if price can clear this area, then we could look to enter this. But that's again if you are in a hurry. Otherwise, I'd just wait for our rules to play out fully. A push, a nice push close below, a retest, and then a nice continuation to the downside. Again, I'll still be looking for these on my 1 hour to 15-minute time frame to see if I can catch the move nicely. You see, even on the 1 hour, there's a lot of rejection. Not very clear, not a very nice, not very nice indication that price will continue moving down. But I will wait probably till tomorrow before executing anything on EURUSD. Hope this was clear. Hope it's not too complicated. But like I always say, always plan your trades and trade your plans. Until the next one, guys.
What's up, guys? Brandon here from Cornerstone FX, and we're back this week with a market analysis for the week ahead. As per usual, I'll be starting on the daily time frame on gold, and I'll break it down right down to the hourly on what I'll be looking for this week coming. So last week we had a great week where price went exactly as what I thought. We pushed into the 1760 level, and then you see that big bearish wick not closing below the bearish, below the daily level right there, the blue line. Right, let me just zoom this in for you. Okay, so we got a nice push. As we were trying to break this daily level, we closed right above. The next day we tried to push once again, retesting areas on the smaller time frames before getting a nice push or bounce off the daily level all the way up to our 4 hour. And as you can see, hopefully we can ride it up to the weekly level right here, 1825. So that's my analysis on gold. I'd like it to reach the 1825 level. As you can see, there is a bit of pressure coming down. It bounced off the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour level right here. But let's break it down and see what's going on. If I go down to the 4 hour time frame, as you can see, let me just zoom this out. Okay, great. So as you can see on the 4 hour time frame, we were in a bit of consolidation. We broke below double bottom here, as I mentioned, 1760 level. And as you can see, it's a lot clearer on the 1 hour. We made higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, all the way up, higher high, higher low. There's a new higher high, and I'm expecting, because price broke out of this 4 hour level right here, so I'm expecting to get some, exhaustion. It's coming down for a retest right now. So if we can get on the 1 hour time frame, nice candlestick confirmations, we can then ride this further up. First target being the previous high, 1810, and final target for myself for this week, hopefully we can get 1825. Let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame. It's a lot less messy, as you can see. Okay, this is old. I can take this out. Let's take that out and let's see what's happening currently. So as you can see, price was moving nice in a nice upward momentum. So I'm not looking for any sells at this point. I did see some selling. I didn't anticipate a bounce off the 1810 coming down, but I did not want to go against the market because as you can see, price is very, very strongly pushing up. So this was the last level it broke out of and didn't give us a nice retest. So right now it is coming back for a retest right now. If we can close with a shooting star, something like this, maybe just a little bit higher, I would then take an entry like this. I take an entry like that, stops just below over here. Okay, first target being over here, which gives us almost a 1 to 3 already. Even if I write to the last week, that's 1 to 3 right there. However, what I'd like to, my intended target for this pair, for gold specifically, would be the 1825 level. This right over here. So if we can write it all the way up to there, it's almost a 1 to 6 risk to reward. So that'll be my entry. However, if this candle does close still bearish, I'd like for it to push into this box and then give us either a shooting star or a bullish engulfing candle right off this box, because this is the last area that it broke out of, closing above the 4 hour level. So if it does that, I'll then look for that, wait for a bearish, a bullish shooting star or a bullish engulfing candle. That will give me indication that there is momentum. The bulls are back in control, because right now on this exhaustion, the sellers, the bears are in control right now. So I am going to wait for price action to give me momentum, to show me that there is like a nice bull candle, and then I'll ride it all the way back up. That's gold. Then we drop down to NZD CAD. Let's go to the daily as per usual. We were in a nice bearish trend. As you can see, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Right over here, there is a bit of consolidation, right? So we broke out, tapped into this weekly level right there. There is a bit of a bounce happening right now. As you can see, this is a very strong level. So I'll have to see what's happening on the lower time frames before I make a decision if I'm going to be long or short on this position. I am still short at this point because this is a very big structure high, lower high right over here. Here we're just making equal lows basically, more or less. But this is the last high. So or even if I'm going to be realistic, I can take this one or this one as the last high. So we are breaking it, but you can see there's a lot of pressure coming. So if we close below here, I might just look for sales. However, on the lower time frame, if I see it retesting this yellow box that I've got in here, I will then something like this. So if it comes down, touches, and then creates new structure, I'll then ride it all the way back up. Okay, let's down to the 4 hour. Let's see what's happening over here. 4 hour, here's this consolidation I was talking about. So it was failing to break this highs over here and these lows over here. Okay, so finally today we got the break. As you can see, price broke out, price pushed into this with a nice 4 hour candle, and then the next 4 hour candle broke it quite nicely. So we didn't get a retest right here. So what I'm expecting right now is if price can give us a nice retest on that level right there, something like this, give us a nice candlestick formation. Sorry, let me try that again. If price can come into here, give us a nice candlestick confirmation like a bullish pin bar or bullish engulfing candle, bouncing off this yellow box over here, and then changing market structure, making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, and then riding it all the way to the top. So that'll be my analysis on NZD CAD for now. As I go down to the smaller time frames, I do see structure being broken that is on the 4 hour, the daily already as well, and now on the 1 hour. As you can see, There's clear structure happening or starting to form. So we're just waiting for the retest. You can see our price bounced nicely off the weekly level. Coming back down, hopefully we can get a nice retest of this box. And then, like I mentioned, ride it back up. If I can give you a short-term trade, if we bounce off here, bounce off there, stops just below, already back to the weekly, give us a nice 1 to 4 risk to reward. However, once we break over here, we could then scale in with another position, stops below the weekly. And obviously when I say scale in, we need, break, retest, again, bullish confirmation with a bullish candle, any bull candle. I like to trade off pin bars and bullish engulfing candles, and then I'll ride this up to the next level, wherever that might be. But obviously, minimum risk reward that I look for is 1 to 3 to make it worth my while. Okay, well, that's it from us, guys. I hope you're able to catch something, learn something from this video. Please let us know what you're able to catch in the week ahead. We will catch you in the next video with a recap. We wish you a great trading week, and we'll see you in the next one.